So North came, for a dogfight, and that was their intent was very, very clear early, and credit to them. So they jumped us with a quick start. Before our bums had hit the seats, it was 2-0, and takes a lot of effort and a lot of things to go right to play catch up. From 3 or 4 goals back. Our boys, second, third quarter, fluctuated. Second was good, third was poor, like really poor. And you can't really get the result when you play essentially a 1.5 quarters of football and don't match the intensity consistently enough that the opposition brings. So credit to North. I think a bit of their class exposed us, to be honest. The Bailey Scott was tremendous. Jared Pollock set them up off half-back, and Josh Clayton, we know him very well, was instrumental through the midfield. So if we put the magnets up at the end of the day, we probably look how many won their position, and we're competitive for 4 quarters. Just not enough from our point of view. They've built a brand across the existence of the season. They're just coming together as a group essentially, and it's a testament to them the way they've played and the way they've applied themselves. They're getting good personnel back. In terms of AFL listed, and a good mix of AFL players that are just natural competitors. So for our ability to kind of hit the lead and essentially just give them the next 20 minutes of the game, it'll come down to, in the review, where we fared income enough at the contest, the starts, and we're a bit hit and miss, to be honest, with our starts. So that'll be on the agenda for coaches and players, that it's not good enough to rock up to a game and the most important 2 hours of the week and just sacrifice 15 minutes of it. So we've asked the players to have an individual think about how they're preparing and how they're applying themselves at the start of the game, and the coaches will do this. Another milestone, or a debutant, Connor Tharr, shows he's at the level, which he's been knocking on the door, and so resilient through some big injuries a few years ago, 2019, and he's small and not as fleet as foot as some others, but his craft and his ability to kind of stand up in tackles and make good decisions was at the top end from our boys today. So he's someone that others can look to. That's how we want to execute with ball in hand. My message to the group after the game was, realistically, if we had pinched it there at the end and got a free kick and kicked the goal or whatever it was it a band-aid over a performance where it's shown that we've got a little bit of work to do, a lot of work to do in certain areas. So from our point of view, we've got 2 weeks to work on a lot of the stuff. And in a semi-professional environment, that week off becomes paramount, because a lot of onus goes on to the individual to get the work done. And to be fair, a lot of the stuff that we need to fix up is individual stuff, which the players should be able to work on over the next couple of weeks. Casey, so a huge challenge for us. Casey Demons, who are up and about at both levels, obviously AFL, and they're undefeated. I think they're undefeated going into their game this weekend. So it's a challenge we'll accept and put our hand up for, because essentially, if we want to go to the point end of the season, you've got to be really competitive and looking to win these type of games.